takes a minute or two.
I know.
It's
so hard to work it all out. But there you go. We are in fact coming live. I see us appearing on the Tube of You as we speak.
And there we are. There we are on the Book of Face.
Tube of You, Book of Face. It looks like it's all working like it's supposed to, which is quite marvellous and fantastic.
Yes.
Let's wait for peeps to join us. They should be doing this in but seconds. Moments. I see somebody's already joined us. Somebody's terribly prompt.
There's one person on the Book of Face.
Ah, well, it takes a little while.
Hi, Kim.
Let's see who our first person is. Oh, 2 people have joined us now. Say hello if you joined us. I'd love to know who you are.
Hi, Nessa.
I want to say, there's lots of people joining us now. Who
Hi,
are the
Jonathan.
prompt peeps? It's Sparky was the first one. You get the prize for punctuality. Unfortunately, it's not a very big prize, but it's just the knowledge that you were there before anybody else. Or if you weren't, you were the one who said you were. So
there you go.
You made the claim. That's good enough. You staked the claim. And here we have Wendy. Oh, and Laurie. Hello, Laurie. How you doing? That's Laurie who moved south. Laurie with the table, remember?
Oh, yes. We love your table, Laurie.
It has an honoured place still. So life is good. Yes. So it's 11 o'clock, which means...
Hi, Alicia.
Which means...
It's the Late Morning Show with Lisa Anton.
Okay. Well, I'm not sure what that was, but some kind of jingle. Excuse me.
Oh, you play, do you?
Hell, we play both kinds of music. That's right. Country and western, yeah.
Brenda said it's a jingle. Yes.
It's a jingle of sorts.
Laughter is good medicine.
Don't give up your day job for jingle making.
Right.
That's all I'm saying.
Well, welcome to Elevensies, the Late Morning Show with Lisa and Anton. Stuart and I'm Lisa.
And I'm Anton. Fortunately, I still have control of my bladder. And
Hi, Jen.
I didn't have a mouthful of coffee, so that's
But this is why he married me, for my wonderful sense of humor.
Oh, yeah, well, yeah.
I still take him out every once in a while.
Yeah, it was completely unexpected, I have to say. Good morning, Gilda. Good morning, Carol. And Sparky says she's happy to hear Lisa sing. Well, when she sings, that was not a fair representation, Sparky. That's all I'm saying.
Not really.
Not really. That was something. So what are we going to talk about? It's Wednesday. It's Wednesday, June 2nd. And as it's Wednesday, it must be Which Way Wednesday. Which Way Wednesday.
So we thought we'd talk today about one of the gateway drugs to witchcraft, which is being a healer, right? Primarily, witches are healers.
Well, they do make good healers. They do.
I mean, there are those who would say if you can't hex, you can't heal. And there are those who
can't heal, you can't hex.
Obviously, all other kinds of magic. But on my journey, I've found that a lot of people who come to the craft come in through seeking some sort of healing work. Good morning, Anita.
There's a little truism, isn't it, that Reiki is the gateway drug for a lot of people at the store.
One of the people who's been a familiar and led circle, been part of our community for many years now, took the Craft of the Wise class and coined this phrase that her first experience was Reiki, the gateway drug. But that's only part of it. And I think that a bigger part of the craft is working with herbs and nature, right? So a lot of, hi Crystal, a lot of people who come to the craft come in through that kind of door where they want to learn about planting and they want to learn about preserving and they want to learn about feeding themselves good food and they want to learn about tinctures and decoctions and
infusions,
magical foods, and what natural medicines to take, because we have kind of forgotten that food is medicine.
Oh, let your food be your medicine.
Right?
Yeah, that's true.
We used to eat what was in season. We used to eat what was good for us. There wasn't all this processed food and glyphosate and all this kind of thing.
I think if it takes you longer to read the bloody ingredients than to actually eat it, you probably shouldn't.
Yeah. So
honestly.
we're again going to kind of be advocates for eating organic, even if you can't afford large quantities of that food. Eat less.
It's probably good for me to eat less.
Grow a garden. Yesterday I was out there again and I planted sweet potatoes, red potatoes, regular potatoes, corn, zucchini, cucumbers. We have peppers, tomatoes, and these are all things that we'll use and make sauces and soups and things from.
Too bad she can't cook.
So I think that a lot of people come in through that door where they learn moon phases, maybe, because planting by the moon is in the almanac, so they're becoming good gardeners and good caretakers of the earth, and they learn about the moon. And then they start collecting their herb books, and they realize there's planetary rulerships.
Well, apparently.
Oh.
What's that all about?
Well, now I've got to learn a little bit about astrology. Oh, people have astrological signs, and then the whole big, astrology thing comes into it, and the moon comes into it, and before you know it, you're a witch.
You're hooked. Yeah. I mean, well, that's the thing. I mean, witchcraft really is. It's by no means evil, although it's been painted out to be that way ever since.
That was all about power
ever
and money.
Since, the papal bull that. Yeah, it's always been about natural healing. I mean, witches are the first ones I would suggest that actually discovered antibiotics by feeding people moldy bread to cure them.
They were the midwives.
They were the midwives. They were the go-to, in the village for somebody.
Weather magic and crops to grow.
Exactly, it's just somebody who's perhaps had a deeper connection to the nature of nature itself than those, for want of a better word, and in Potter speak, I guess, muggles that just do the 9 to 5 or whatever it was, that they have a very limited kind of view of life, and it's, their entertainment is artificial. We have a big orange pussycat. Listen, I put your partner in crime away so she wouldn't crash the joint, and you're gonna, but never mind. No,
it's okay.
This is Raja. He's lovely, but he's big. You'll see if he squeezes in.
He can't squeeze in.
Which hopefully he won't. Never work with children or animals. You know what they say?
Or Aquarians or witches. So
or
musicians. So
we're screwed.
You're messed up all around. Oh, yes, he's going to stick his head in now.
Oh, goodness gracious me. We can't be petting you, and don't be setting fire to yourself, Raja. He's lovely. Anyway.
As you can see, he's much bigger than Skittle.
just a tad. He's our big boy. He is, but he's very sweet for the most part. But he thinks it's okay to be on the table.
He's a tiger, Raja the tiger.
Raja, a leader of petty kingdoms.
Yeah, that was very funny, yes.
So
I'm like the animal whisperer.
Oh.
And Raja showed up. Somebody had dumped him. He was an outside cat with Shaman and Fuzzy for a while.
No. Come on.
And I told him, I said, look, you're gorgeous, but I already have enough cats, but I will feed you. Because, you deserve to.
Let's not set fire to our tail.
So a few days later, he shows up with half of his arm hanging off. He'd been attacked by something. So now I had to pay an emergency vet visit. Look, come on. An emergency vet visit. And the vet was really nice and neutered him for that same anesthesia to fix his arm. But now that I've spent $300, I said, well, now you're going to be an inside cat.
Well, you need time to recover.
Right.
But he's a sweet boy.
So I always look into their eyes and I ask them what their name is. And I looked at him and I thought he said George. And I said...
Roger.
Oh, Roger. George first and then Roger. I said, Roger? Roger's a strange name for a pussycat. And he said, no, Raja. As in tiger. Well, I didn't know there was a Disney Raja tiger.
I didn't either.
And Anton looked up what it means in Hindi, and it means
the
leader of a petty kingdom.
That's about right.
So
that's about you.
That's Jar Jar Binks.
He's lovely. Life Detzer.
Oh.
It's just, yeah. Anyway, we digress. So where we were talking about
witches
yeah,
and healers.
and getting connected with things, the nature of nature itself.
And then
I
the
think,
whole crystal thing comes in.
well,
and
yeah, but we realise there's energy in crystals.
Right.
I mean, a lot of muggles just sort of drawn to the sparkliness of them, for want of a better word. You know, I must adorn my shield with these beautiful crystals and the hilt of my sword with these beautiful crystals and jewels because they look lovely. But you also, when you dig a little deeper, you find there's, sometimes a protective energy there, or there's a Mars energy there for your
And then the
sword.
people who had done the herbal things put the herbs and the crystals together and make medicine bags.
Got your mojo going.
Got your
mojo working.
Enchantments.
Enchant. There's a word. Enchant means literally to sing over. And look at the power of song.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, Lisa just cracked me up with a tiny one this morning.
Right, but look, Gwydion sings an angling to the
yeah.
oak.
Well, an angling is a song
So he's
spell,
singing to a plant, right?
He is. Well, Prince Charles
A
sings
song
to his
spell.
plants, doesn't
There
he?
you go.
If rumor is to be believed, Prince Charles actually does sing to his garden.
Just toning can be very healing. Just the vibration of Om or
Hard to be stressed when you're just doing something like focused on just the sound of that resonant Om in your head and in your throat and in your chest. You're being cuddled up.
Oh my goodness!
Oh dear. Yes, well, it's a good job you bought a shirt that isn't going to show too much of the orange fur. Yeah. Yes.
That's why witches have black cats.
It's probably best.
And he loves his mom.
Yes. I don't know. You probably get to meet all the cats. You probably see Dammit and his sister like charging through the background, pulling something off somewhere.
I don't know. You're giving Charlotte
something.
a bad rep. She's just resting over there on her chair.
At the moment. Yeah. Honestly. Yes, Sparky's saying it's a never-ending vortex of connected knowledge.
Yes, it is. I always say it's like a gigantic puzzle, and we have a ton of pieces, but we don't really know what the picture looks like.
Well, yeah, if you can get the corners, that's good.
Yeah, I think maybe 30 years in I've got the corners, but I'm still clueless.
You got the corners just to figure out that the puzzle actually is round.
Oh, dear.
I love it. Sparky's loving Raja's vibe. Well, Raja's loving Raja's vibe.
He's just a big old ginger puss.
He is. He is.
His only issue for me is that he drools.
Well, we all have our foibles. I
don't want him to drool on the computer.
Probably best not to know.
No.
He's seeing himself on the computer now. And
Has he?
Maybe. And that's going to really do his head in. Because
There's a rival.
He's looking at himself 30 seconds in reverse, so it's worse than a mirror.
There's a rival pussycat vying for my mom's affections.
Yeah, sod Which Way Wednesdays. Let's just focus on the cat. I think people will love that more. So I don't know.
Well, pussycats are supposed to be very healing.
Oh, right. So you keep saying, yes, get a cat, they said. It'll be fun, they said. Lower your blood pressure, they said.
Rip your house to shreds, they said.
Bath over everything.
Oh, dear.
That's it. It's true. It's true. I don't know. All I can say is I must love it.
But yes, I think a lot of people come into herb crafting and working with herbs medicinally. And then they start to understand planetary rulerships and work with herbs magically.
Yeah.
And then they start to look at astrology and other things in the craft. And
I think, and I got to come back to what our dear friend Tammuz. Oh dear, he's going to lick you all over your face now.
Oh,
yeah.
you silly bean.
Skip, our dear friend Skip said, look and you'll see more, and look and you'll see more, and look again and you'll see even more. And I guess when we start on anything, and you're learning a new skill, or you're really bringing your chops up, you say, I really want to know how herbs work. And you'll start off, if you like, just purely on the theory side of things and the practical side of things, and you'll do research, and then if you're anything like remotely observant, and I think this is what is the marker of a witch, we start to look around a little more. You start to realise there's way more to this than just meets the eye.
All right.
There are connections.
When I teach my herb class, I always tell people to look at the new thing you're learning from another language that you already understand. And many people, again, are familiar with chakras and crystals. So let's look at the herbs through the eyes of the chakras. Right?
Yeah,
so lavender, the flower itself isn't really deep purple. The flower itself is more of a mercurial blue when you look at lavender, especially English lavender. So where's the lavender's ruler? Well, it grows tall, and it's this bluey color. So throat chakra, Mercury, is the ruler of lavender. And then you look at something like primrose. Grows very low to the ground, primarily orange flowers. Spleen chakra, female reproductive stuff. So you can kind of learn your new language, whether it's plants or chakras or astrology or tarot or whatever. Learn your new language from the language that you already speak.
There was this looking at things and just going completely tangential here. There was that dude Paracelsus, I can't even pronounce it. Paracelsus, however you want to pronounce it. He was the guy who came up with the doctrine of signatures, wasn't he?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And that was by looking at things and realizing that
we teach that in our Craft of the Wise class, and I also teach that in our herb class.
Well, we touch on it. Yeah, but you could spend forever.
Oh, we
on
give
the
you tons of rabbit holes in Craft of the Wise.
Signatures,
but yeah, you slice a carrot, it looks like an eye. Oh, what are carrots good for?
Bloody good. The beta-carotene is really bloody good for your eyesight, and it really is bloody good.
So this is
eyesight.
what I'm saying about living in harmony with nature, and food is medicine, and understanding your place in the world.
Too true. Yeah, I mean, avocado is really good for female reproductive health, you know.
Yeah,
and
it
does look like a bloody womb when you think about it. It does.
Kidney beans. Oh, there's a clue.
Yeah, well, look, a few kidneys.
They look like a kidney.
They really are. Yeah, beans are actually a great way of lowering blood pressure as well. Not a lot of people know that. The kidney beans, they actually do.
Yeah. Well, they're very good.
Well, unless you dump a ton of salt in them when you cook them, that's probably not a good idea. But yeah, so yeah, when you start to look at things. And I think that's the key. You've got to start to look at things. You've got to observe things, you know? We can certainly look at things from the knowledge that we have, and we tend to do that to reason things out, to try to understand them. But sometimes there's a great benefit in, rather than trying to have things fit the constructs of your understanding, bring in the other side and your intuitive side and allow your understanding to be broadened. Which is kind of cool. That's a very sort of like hands-off, not wrestle it to the ground kind of thing. It's very much like just getting in and sort of, what do you feel? What do you intuit? What do you sense? You know, and it's like anything else. It's one of our skills. We still have the residual navigation equipment here, you know, and I know it sounds funny and kind of weird, but I instinctively know now. When I'm going in the wrong direction. I know that's unusual for a guy. Shouldn't we look at the map? You know? No, but I kind of know that, you know, hang on a minute, we're headed the wrong way here. Then maybe the road actually bends and comes back onto course. But my sort of innate sense of direction, my orientation.
Especially if there's a sun or a moon out, you can.
Oh yeah, no, definitely, and I can pretty much tell the time of day by the position of the sun now, just comfortably. You know, I can look up and know what phase of the moon we're at. You know, I've learned to recognize more stuff. I think one of my biggest, and regret doesn't serve you, and I'm not dead, so I could still learn it, but my dad was in the RAF in the Second World War, and he learned astral navigation. And I should really have learned that from him. That would have been hugely beneficial.
Never too old to learn something.
Well, exactly. But yes, birds do have that magnetic sense. And, and we as humans have it, but it's something if you ignore it. We live in this almost visceral isolation, if you will. We're removed from anything remotely unpleasant or torturous, you know? We wear shoes to protect our delicate feet. We live in air-conditioned and heated houses. Well, okay, you walk around barefoot all the time. I know that. But yeah, we're not so well connected with nature anymore. We don't sense things like the animals around us. Why are all the animals running?
Right.
We'll just sit there and ponder, until we get hit by a huge storm or a tidal wave or something like that. We just we need to. So yeah, I think I've found my balance between left and right brain. Yeah. My scientific, analytical, learn it, sort of practical kind of stuff, and my intuition, which is wonderful. And I thank you for that, because before I met her, I was just a humble computer programmer. You're right, Sparky. Separation causes isolation and reduces understanding. It does. Mm-hmm. The further you are removed from a situation, the less you can conceptualize it.
All right. Well, before we pull a card,
yes,
I'd like us each to think about something they'd like healing for. And it could be physical healing, emotional healing. Think about something that you'd like healing for. And we'll just, I'll just put out a tone for healing. Ooh. And let that vibration come into whatever part. Why don't you
do my heart?
No, it takes too long.
Oh,
it's too early.
You haven't warmed up yet. Oh.
All right. So just focus on the spot. If it's, maybe stress or mental healing. If it's emotional healing, physical body healing, maybe there's a place in your body you want to send this tone to your, to your heart or your knees or your kidneys or whatever it is. All right. And you can tone with me if you want, or you can just listen to the tone. I think that Raja couldn't take the vibration right there.
Too much. Let's run now.
Just let it kind of clear that out, clear the air, and give you a little bit of reset for this wonderful Mercury, Saturn, Pluto, Jupiter retrograde.
Just go back to your old stuff, revisit it. I've got a ton, so I was productive yesterday. Ache a bit today, but I've got more to do today.
Right.
So
all right, let's have a card.
Let's have a card. Let's see what we've got.
I will laugh if it's Temperance.
Well, it's not.
It's not. Oh.
But we have the Knigget of Pentacles.
Knight of Pentacles.
You silly English Knigget. All right, what's your reading for today?
Plans are good things. And if you truly want to heal, plan for that healing. Look forward to something, right? So you may not feel well enough right now to do something, or you may not have the energy right now to do something, or you may be stressed or upset and not able to do something. But today, in this moment, visualize yourself doing that thing and plan a way that you're going to heal to get that thing done.
Yep, I would say that's a beautiful reading and a very, very positive one. I've got some fantastic comments. I'll just reference the comments. People say, wow. Gilda was saying, wow, she saw red when she closed her eyes. Lisa DeFranco says, hi. Hello, Lisa. And lots of people are vibing to the vibe, as you do. So yeah, this is a card very much about as yet unrealized potential. So we're in a position where we're looking forward to it. Huge plowed field. So yeah, put your focus where you want to be. Put your focus where you want to be, and you will naturally move towards it. Yep. And it really is that simple.
Even if you're feeling stuck and heavy today.
Yep. Even today, if it's hard, put your focus where you want to be, and your horse will start trotting there. You know, you're gonna get there. I know things have been tough. I know we're a bit bogged down, a bit. Oh God, too much effort, too hard. Just put your focus where you want to be, and try to picture yourself, as Lisa said, actually doing it, actually being it, actually doing the job that you're looking for. Having the health that you're looking
up
for,
to whatever it
feeling
is.
fantastic. See yourself there, align with that energy, and that's what draws it. Yeah, one foot in front of the other. It really is that simple. Just put one foot in front of the other,
and if all else fails, kick the horse in the ass.
Oh yeah, well put your spurs to it. You don't have to kick the horse in the ass. Then the horse is going to be off without you. So it's a good day. It's a good day, and don't let Mercury work for you rather than against you. Visualizing is indeed so very, very powerful. It is.
All right.
What we focus on comes into focus, and that's it. Energy follows thought.
Peace
we
and
love
happiness.
you guys. Now, don't forget, 6:30 tonight. We're going to do our tarotscopes. I have to get them up on the website today. I must do that. We're going to do our tarotscopes. I say our tarotscopes. There would be Lisa's tarotscopes. I don't write them. So we're going to be doing that, and then we're going to be doing our give back tonight. So we're going to make it a little bit longer. So if you're looking for a reading, join us this evening at 6:30 simultaneously on the Tube of You and the Book of Face.
And they say that whoever shows up is meant to show up and be part of that energy. So
could be a good day. Thank you so much for joining us. Do please like, comment, and subscribe. Tell your friends about us. We want to be less of a well-kept secret. Yeah. We just worked out this is our 67th. I think it's 67th Elevensies we've done now.
Right. So we need more subscribers.
We need more subscribers. Well, we're getting there. We're getting up there on the subscribers. We just need more people joining us every day. That would be fantastic.
It's an awkward time for people.
It's Elevensies. It's the perfect time. The perfect time. Some people it's lunchtime. Some people it's Elevensies, time for coffee or whatever. If you're in England, it's time for tea, frankly.
All right.
It's that sort of time. So listen, thank you for joining us. We love you guys. Be well, be blessed. Have an amazingly fantastic Wednesday.